All right, let me eat a little bit of crow here, man. I've said before and I'll say it again. I never thought Tommy Castellanos was a bad quarterback. If anything, we've defended him on this channel plenty of times for being a pretty good quarterback. Did he look okay last year? Yes. Did he get benched for a good reason? That's between him and Bill O'Brien, but I could see why he would get benched and they would move on. But the thing is, he shouldn't have quit on his team where there were still games left to be played and fought for his position. That's been my gripe with Tommy Castellanos. I think making the comments that he made about Bama this early in the season was insane, and you're biting off more than you can chew. But obviously he knows what team he had in front of him. And maybe I should have been a little bit more, and this is where my fandom doesn't need to kick in, right? And I like just being an honest fan at this point in time. But this is where the fandom needs to be thrown out the window, and we need to take a step back and think logically. Bama should have beat them. So when he said, "Oh, I'm not worried about them. They don't have Nick Saban to save them," it is what it is. Tommy, I apologize. I was wrong. You came in and proved everybody wrong. I think everybody owes you an apology because 99.99999% of American, I can almost guarantee, didn't think, unless you're a delusional Florida State fan, and that's not me, thought that you were going to get beat. And it was no one except for Lee Corso that had to pick him. And he picked big, having Florida State win against Alabama. I was actually excited about Gus Malzahn coming to this school, right? I think he literally changed the philosophy on this team and fits the players that we have, right? We have some really good running backs. We have some really fast players on this team. And so the tempo that he runs with, the tempo that he coaches with and organizes this offense to move literally fits what Tommy likes to do. It's unpredictable. It tires out your defense. And how do you beat big defenses? You tire them out. They won't have as much stamina as you. These guys on the offensive side of the ball for Florida State proved that they were the more conditioned group in this game. A lot of those guys look silly. Our offensive line this is the best offensive line play that I've seen in probably since the national championship team. And they rammed it down their throats every chance that they got. Especially, it could have been 3rd and 10. You still got to watch out for Tommy Castellanos just sneaking by you and getting a first down. And you're like, how the hell did that happen? We got to give a lot of credit to Tommy. But we can't fail to give as much of the credit to the running game and the defense of Florida State as well. I honestly think the most important part of this game was our defense. It wasn't Tommy. I think it was our defense. Being able to get those guys off the field and putting the ball back in the position of Florida State to be able then to go and run on tempo and run and just demolish their defense and ruin their confidence with every first down that we got. I think that's where we shine. This was a full team win at the end of the day. And Florida State should pat themselves on the back. And we also have to acknowledge the fact that I don't think we can downplay the leadership of Tommy Castellanos. And it seems like not only the sideline, the former players are hyping him up, the coaches, but the team is behind him 100%. It's good seeing the Jordan Travises of the world, and even the DeAndre Francois was in the locker room with him. It's almost like having the Jordan Travis and Jameis Winston there again. That's what it felt like. It felt like this team is fully behind them. Did we really feel like that when DJU was there? I think there was a lot of good things that people said about DJ. I think a lot of people like him personally, But I don't know if he grasped the leadership role of the team like Tommy Castellanos is doing with Florida State. Again, let's not overreact. It was a great win. But the hardest thing to do from here on out is to keep that momentum running, to keep that momentum going for the rest of the season. Yes, we could have one team and we catapulted ourselves into the top 25 and we got everybody excited and we got everybody saying Florida State is back. And I'm like 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝘀, not so fast, sweetheart. A lot of teams got better this year. We can't let Tommy gain the mentality of moving forward that every game is going to be like this. Every game is going to be, like a knife through butter for bigger teams. Like, regardless of how we slice it, when Miami and Clemson start knocking on the door, and even some of these other teams, regardless of who we play down the stretch, right? Shoot, even Virginia with Chandler Morris before he had the head-on-head thing. We're going to talk about Chandler Morris here in a second. They look pretty good. But everybody's playing cupcakes, and we, as Florida State Seminoles, played what we consider to be a powerhouse. So as much praises that we're getting, we have to really watch that because it could be a double-edged sword if we, even to keep it close against one of these teams. Kent State's on our record, on our schedule here in 2 weeks. If we make them look good, if we lose to them, all the momentum that we fought for as fast as we found ourselves in the top 25, it's going to be even faster finding ourselves out of it. This is one of the biggest upsets that we've seen in all time, and I don't think anybody can stretch that truth, right? Truth far. It is. But I would have loved to see this game in week 5 when both teams have been playing their schedules. They play some good teams or pretty formidable teams where guys are dealing with a little bit of adversity. Some more positional battles are starting to, take shape. And obviously both teams have had a lot of reps at this point and dealt with, the lumps and bumps of the season. But again, I can't take away what Tommy Castellanos and Florida State did. It was a great win. It got people talking about college football again. And I'll say this once and I'll say it again. When Florida State is good, college football is good. When Tennessee's good, college football is good. When Nebraska is good, college football is good. When Texas is good, college football is good. When Michigan's good, college football is good. Ohio State, all these legacy teams like this. When those teams are good, even the Florida Gators, when those teams are good, college football is great. Before we get out of here, we'll just go and look at Thomas Castellanos' stats from last week. 9 for 14, 152 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in the air, but 78 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Yeah, Tommy Castellanos was again, you look at the stats and it's like, okay, yeah, it was decent, nothing to write home about. But I think his leadership was more valuable than his stats that he displayed during Saturday's game.